Ricky Davis, a player once full of potential, known for his explosive scoring, quickness, and highlight reel plays. At the height of his early career, he seemed poised to be one of the NBA's next big stars. But instead of fulfilling that promise, Davis' career derailed in a way that left fans and analysts stunned. His downfall didn't come from a lack of talent or physical ability, but from something far more surprising: a refusal to pass the ball. In today's video, we'll break down how Ricky Davis's unwillingness to share the basketball destroyed his career, how a simple attitude issue spiraled out of control, and the lessons we can learn from his fall from grace. Let's dive in. Ricky Davis started out as one of the most promising young players in college basketball. He played at the University of Iowa, where his combination of size, speed, and scoring ability caught the attention of NBA scouts. Standing at 6 feet 7 inches and possessing an impressive 7-foot wingspan, Davis was a versatile guard-forward hybrid who could get to the rim with ease and shoot from anywhere on the court. His natural scoring talent was undeniable. His college career was a showcase of his offensive abilities. Averaging 21.8 points per game in his sophomore season, Davis made a name for himself as an electric scorer capable of taking over games. However, it wasn't just his scoring ability that stood out. Davis had the potential to be a playmaker, too. Yet, despite his talent, there was something in his game that raised red flags for NBA scouts: his lack of passing. Despite his obvious scoring prowess, Davis had a tendency to dominate the ball, often playing hero ball instead of trusting his teammates. This selfish style of play was something that would come to haunt him later in his career. In 1998, the NBA draft was loaded with talent. Players like Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, and Paul Pierce were among the headliners. Ricky Davis, with all his promise, was selected by the Charlotte Hornets with the 21st overall pick in the first round, and expectations were high. Here was a player who could score at will, play multiple positions, and provide an immediate offensive spark for any team in need of a dynamic wing. However, despite his natural ability, Davis's attitude toward passing and playing in a team concept didn't endear him to his coaches or teammates. In Charlotte, his one-track mind to score overshadowed his willingness to facilitate for others, a habit that would plague him throughout his career. Davis' rookie season was a mixed bag. While he showed flashes of brilliance, such as his 24-point game against the Boston Celtics, his decision-making was erratic. He frequently took ill-advised shots, bypassing teammates in better positions. The team was often frustrated by his inability to contribute to the flow of the offense. Ricky Davis didn't seem to understand the importance of sharing the ball and trusting his teammates. He could score, but at times it felt like he was playing more for his personal statistics rather than the success of the team. This attitude was especially evident when Davis, as a rookie, famously missed a game-winning shot for the Hornets in a game against the Chicago Bulls, then walked off the court as if the game had meant little to him. It was a microcosm of what would become a recurring theme in his career. But that was just the beginning of his issues. As Davis bounced around from team to team, his lack of self-awareness continued to be his downfall. He had all the tools to be a star, but his lack of trust in others and his refusal to play within a system made him a toxic presence in the locker room. The defining moment of Ricky Davis's NBA career came during his time with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Davis was traded to Cleveland in 2003, where he quickly became a focal point of the offense. But what should have been an opportunity to shine with a young LeBron James turned into a nightmare. In a game against the Utah Jazz, Davis made headlines for all the wrong reasons. With the Cavaliers up by a significant margin in the final moments of the game, Davis grabbed a rebound and, instead of passing the ball to a teammate for a simple shot, he intentionally missed a layup off the backboard, hoping to get an assist and pad his stats. The selfish play was so glaring that even his own teammates were left in disbelief. This incident was a turning point for Davis. Not only did it demonstrate a complete disregard for team play, but it also showed an incredible level of immaturity. His obsession with individual stats over team success was a clear sign that he was unwilling to adjust his style of play. The fallout from that moment was swift. Davis was publicly reprimanded by his teammates and coaching staff, and it became clear that his reputation was suffering. Fans and analysts began to see Davis not as a rising star, but as a player who couldn't play within the context of a team-oriented system. As his career progressed, Davis moved from team to team, but his behavior and unwillingness to change his style remained constant. His inability to pass and be a true playmaker became a running theme. Davis played for several teams during his 13-year career: the Cleveland Cavaliers, Boston Celtics, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Los Angeles Clippers. Yet, no matter where he went, his selfish tendencies followed him. While Davis would occasionally put up impressive scoring numbers, he never truly found success with any of these teams. He was often the high-scoring player on losing teams, unable to make the leap into true NBA stardom because of his lack of team-first mentality. His career was marked by inconsistencies, underachievement, and missed opportunities. By the time Davis reached the later stages of his career, he had become a journeyman, someone who bounced from team to team in search of playing time. His scoring ability, once so promising, had become overshadowed by his inability to contribute to winning basketball. In 2011, after short stints with the Timberwolves and Clippers, Davis was out of the league. His career had fizzled out, a stark contrast to the once promising future he had. The NBA world had moved on, and Davis was left behind as a cautionary tale of unfulfilled potential. So, what can we learn from Ricky Davis's rise and fall in the NBA? The biggest lesson here is simple. Basketball is a team sport. While individual talent is critical, success in the NBA requires more than just scoring. The most successful players are those who understand the importance of passing, creating opportunities for their teammates, and contributing to the flow of the offense. Ricky Davis could score, but he never fully understood that to be a great player in the NBA, you have to elevate those around you. Greatness isn't just about putting up numbers, it's about making those around you better and trusting in the team's collective success. Davis's refusal to do that ultimately sealed his fate as a player who could have been more, but never quite reached his full potential. So, what do you think? Could Ricky Davis have been an NBA star if he had embraced the concept of team play? Or was his attitude towards passing always going to be his downfall? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more NBA content. Until next time, this is Hoopmania, signing off.